Okay, so my name is Samantha Robbins, and this is my game. It's called The Trials of the Sorceress Tathena. This basically stars three characters: Tathena herself, who is a mage that hears the god of magic's voice. She's basically a prophet, and the god of magic will send them to do things. And she has her apprentice, Valador, and her friend, Kimura, and you get to play as all three in this game. And this was based off of the Koala game originally, but obviously I added a ton more things and made it my own. So to get started, it has a dialogue scene, as several of them actually. And this is Tathena right here, and this is Valador. I did the art myself. It was my first time doing digital art, so not that good, but gets the point across. So the dialogue scenes basically help the characters get character development and give context to the game. So basically, this is Tathena and Valador talking. You can click the load button to continue on. They're talking about him sending on a mission to get a magical artifact because she received a vision that there's a magical artifact in this game that they have to get. And you also get the controls from this beginning cutscene. It says just use the arrow keys to move around and press the spacebar to fire your magic. Just don't get hit. And so right off the bat, this leads you to Valador's level. Each character will have a set of 3 levels and then a boss room. And so this is Valador's. You use the arrow keys to move around, and he has his own custom avatar, and then you can press the spacebar to hit. These purple things are basically turrets that will fire fireballs at you, and in a random pattern. So you can press the spacebar to fire fireballs and hit them, or if they hit you, your health right over here deplenishes. Or if you run into them, you just die into fiery piles of ash. So basically, the point of this game is you need to get to this swirly thing right here, which is your exit. Originally, in my game design document, I wanted to make it so that you had a magical artifact that you could get, and you would have like the avatar would have a victory pose and stuff. Which would signify that you got the artifact and could move on, but that turned out to be a lot harder and more advanced than I could muster. So I took that out, and basically you just have to exit. But the goal to get the magical artifact still remains the same. So you keep advancing through the levels. This is his boss level. The bosses tend to introduce a new type of villain that you have to fight. So this is basically like a giant turret, and every level is possible. Both me and my brother tested these out, and both of us were able to pass each level at least once, if not more. So if it looks impossible, it's not. It's just can be very hard sometimes. So before moving to each character set of levels, there's a cutscene introducing the new character and giving some background to the story and also to character development. So this explains a lot about Kimura's character, and it's Tathena's talking, giving a little bit more background to the story itself and to their mission. So Kimura's level is set in a castle. So the tile has changed. The wood pillars have now become columns, and you can see that the boss from the last level is now present as it gets harder. And so you get to each level. There's a new enemy here. This fires at you. It goes up and down and will fire at you if you run in from its path. This is just a combination of the different things. They can get killed by this, but and you can run through these guys, but they do fire fireballs at you. This guy is Kimura's boss level. He just produces a bunch of other guys. You just gotta shoot real quick and get rid of him. And the faster you get rid of the blue guy, the easier it gets, because then you can just get rid of these guys. And then you move on to the next one. And this is Tathina's introductory. She has a forest stage. And so you get to move around the forest stage. These guys are designed to target you and will go after you. And if they touch you, it drains your health. And there's more of them. Each stage multiplies the number of enemies typically. And then this is her boss stage. There's just a bunch of them. So if you run into there, you're just gonna get killed. And this is the next cutscene. It basically gives more added to the story, so the plotline of the game makes sense. It basically says she's getting a vision and their home is under attack, and then it cutscenes to Valador at their home, and the Rayos, who's the evil god, his demons have invaded his home. So it cuts back to another 3 to 4 set level of Valador, and it still has harder demons and stuff in it, but every level is possible. So basically I got rid of all these things. And then I'm just gonna go boop. Okay. So basically you continue on as Valador. This boss is interesting. This boss will fire at you with its fireballs, but you can hide behind these pillars. But what's interesting about this boss is that you have to defeat all 3 at the same time, or else it'll just keep multiplying, and you can't touch them. So I'm just gonna let this one be, and then he'll just produce 2 more that so you have to kill them all within a decent time frame like that. And then it cuts to Kimura doing more character development, and his job is to get rid of these portals, which these portals produce types of enemies, and it kind of varies. They can either produce the little evil triangle things or the hunty sticky man things. I don't really give them names, but this introduces portals that just spawn more enemies. And so basically, if there doesn't seem to be an exit, there is once you defeat all the enemies. And this is his boss. Basically what you gotta do is that you gotta get rid of these portals and all the enemies in the place before, like right here, the boss is invulnerable, so you can't touch him. But what you can do is that you can somehow, my skills are lacking, but get rid of all these other enemies, and then that'll make the boss angry, and then you can hit him as many times as you can until the timer resets, and then you have to defeat the enemies all over again. And so then it comes back to Tathina, and she's the last one, and she introduces this new enemy, which is basically a bigger one of these that chases after you and fires fireballs. Luckily they're kind of tall, so you can just kind of sit underneath them, and they take a few more hits to kill, so that's new. This one, I find this level funny because you can either choose to defeat all of them, or you can just kind of see if you can run past them fast enough. I've done it once or twice before. It is possible to just run past them. And this is the final boss battle. This introduces, in the only level that has hearts on the side, and you can see that my health meter is low, but if you click on these hearts, it refills. And these blinking turrets, you'll want to attack the boss when the turrets are blinking, which means they're not firing. And you can see its number right here will go lower the more you hit it. And so this is just basically timing. And this is the final boss. Once you get past the final boss, it gives you a congratulatory message, and that's the end of the game. So basically, this is my game. It's basically an RPG, and a few things were changed from the design document, but not that much stuff. So another thing that was changed from the design document is that the characters don't make different expressions, but that wasn't really necessary. So that's my game. Thanks for watching.